Hey everybody, welcome back to another edition of Film Rewind. This is the show where we make you feel old and we talk about the films celebrating their 10, 20, and 30-year anniversaries. Let's get started. We are in August of 2022, so let's rewind back to August of 2012 and see the films that's celebrating their 10th anniversary. So I'm going to read off a couple of these. We have Diary of Wimpy Kid Dog Days. I remember some of those Diary of Wimpy Kid movies, but not all of them. Total Recall. This is the remake. Celeste and Jesse Forever. Hope Springs. The Bourne Legacy. The Campaign. The Campaign, I do remember that. I remember the trailers coming out and looking really funny, but then watching it, it was not as good as I hoped. The Odd Life of Timothy Green. The Expendables 2, Paranorman, Sparkle, Compliance, Robot and Frank, Hit and Run, The Apparition, Premium Rush. I remember liking that movie. Lawless, The Possession, and For a Good Time Call. Alright, so those are the movies that are celebrating their 10th anniversary. So, what stands out to me? Well, a couple things stand out, but the one that stands out the most to me is Lawless. This is one of those movies that I didn't catch right away. I probably didn't catch it until it came on video. And maybe I may have time to watch this until a year after it came out, but I remember watching it and then thinking how good it was. This was a really good movie, at least for me. And it's a movie that you can always catch. It's on if you have Netflix, at least. I've always seen it on Netflix. It's a really great movie about days in the Prohibition, three brothers. It's a great movie. If you haven't seen it, you should check it out. I am surprised of the tomato score, 66%. I mean, it's not a bad score. That's not rotten or anything, but I would think that would be higher. And the audience score is higher, 74%. So with the critic rating, I'm surprised at how low it was. But there's not much to talk about with that movie. So let's keep on going, and let's rewind to 2002. August 2002, celebrating 20 years. I'm gonna read off a few names here. I'm gonna read off a few titles here. Full Frontal, Master of Disguise. I do remember this movie. I still am a big fan of Dana Carvey, and I remember watching this movie, and I remember when the trailers came out, thinking, "Oh, I can't wait to watch this one." But Dana Carvey, Master of Disguise, he's doing all kinds of impersonations, and it was a train wreck. It was awful. It was a terrible movie, not really funny. It was one of those movies, all the funny parts were in the trailer, and it was just a bad movie. Alright, Signs, Tadpole, Adventures of Tom Thumb and Thumbelina, The Good Girl, Spy Kids 2, 24-Hour Party People. I can't say I heard of that one. Bloodwork, Triple X, Adventures of Pluto Nash, Princess and the Pea, Blue Crush, The Kid Stays in the Picture, Possession. I guess it's a different possession. We just talked about a different possession. And the last one, 1 Hour Photo, A Ring of Endless Light, Serving Sarah, Simone, Undisputed, and Fear.com. So those are the movies celebrating 20 years. So what stands out to me? Of those movies, the one that stands out to me the most is Signs. So Signs is an alien invasion movie, but it's not your typical alien invasion movie. You know, a lot of alien invasion movies are big, blow 'em up, warlike movies, sci-fi, action-packed movies. This is not one of them. This movie actually has very little aliens in it. This is directed by M. Night Shyamalan, and starring Mel Gibson and Joaquin Phoenix. Creepy, it's suspenseful. So again, not your typical alien invasion movie. Hard to believe that movie is 20 years old. Let's go to the ratings. Signs, certified fresh, with a rating of 74% from the critics. Audience score a little lower, 67%. That does make sense for the type of movie it is. I do understand those ratings. Alright, so let's go back 10 more years. 10 more years to 1992. Movies celebrating their 30th anniversary. Let's read them off here. Three Ninjas, London Kills Me, Raising Cain, Unforgiven, Whispers in the Dark, Digstown, Johnny Suede, Single White Female, Stay Tuned. I do remember seeing that movie a lot as a kid. Christopher Columbus, The Discovery, The Gun and Betty Lou's Handbag, Light Sleeper, Little Nemo Adventures in Slumberland, Rapid Fire, Laws of Gravity, Storyville, Freddy as F-R-O-T. I'm not sure that you're supposed to spell those or just say it out. Honeymoon in Vegas, Pet Sematary 2, and Twin Peaks Fire Walk with Me. So those are the movies celebrating 30. So what stands out to me? Three Ninjas. Of course it's going to be Three Ninjas. I was 7 when this movie came out. Three Ninjas, I watched this a lot. I had it on VHS. I watched the crap out of this movie. Is it a good movie? No, it's a terrible movie. It's stupid, it's dumb. I've tried to watch it again as an adult and it's awful. It's a terrible movie, but as a kid, hey, as a kid about 3 brothers becoming ninjas, of course I watched this a lot. It was 1992, I was 7, come on. But I've grown up now and I know it's a pile of crap now. And let's look at the ratings. Alright, tomato meter, 32%. Audience score, 53%. I'm kind of surprised the audience score is that high. It's probably a lot of nostalgia stuff on there. Why it's even gotten that high. Not really, I bet you they're not honest ratings. So that does it for the 10, 20, and 30 year anniversaries. But we do have a bonus this month. This month, we're going back all the way back to August of 1942. Celebrating 80 years. It's 80th anniversary. And that's Bambi. Kids movies do not have to be bad. You know, Three Ninjas I just talked about was a bad movie. It was a bad kids movie. It was dumb. A lot of movies geared toward kids are dumb. They make them very little. Hey, it's dumb. Kids will laugh at it. Kids will have a good time. But all kids movies do not have to be dumb. They can have heart. They can have sadness. They can stand the test of time, and Bambi stands the test of time. Nobody is going to be talking about Three Ninjas at 80 years, but people will still be talking about Bambi for a long, long time. Even at 80 years, people know about Bambi. It's referenced a lot. Bambi's mother. Almost all deer are called Bambi. And Bambi is a classic. This is a kids movie that will cut you to your core. Bambi's mother gets murdered in a kids movie. You got great characters. You got Bambi, you got Thumper and Flower. It's great, and it's certified fresh. Tomato meter, 91%. Audience score, 73%. Look, we're still talking about this movie at 80 years old. My kids know what Bambi is. There'll be a lot of kids in the future who know what Bambi is. Bambi will stand the test of time. Well, that's it today, everybody. Thank you for watching. I hope you don't feel too old. I'll see you again next month. As always, be kind, rewind.